The senior makes the catch. Perfection. The Shannon, again, are your Class 2A state champions.
Force out the third, and that will do it. Mohawk is your 3A softball champions.
Buzzer's going to sound. Union repeats as the Class 1A WPIAL champions.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
The sideline getting by one defender, and he's going to go all the way. By Harrison. Harrison on the ground finds Blunda. Blunda rolls it in, up and good for two.
Shallow right field, giving a run, and a sliding catch made.
Down to 6 on the play clock. Here's Staff in the hole. The kick is up. The kick is long enough. It is good.
That's flying ball deep right field. Get out of here.
Hope running for his life. Throws it up for grabs. There's a man open.
Touchdown.
No way.
Ripped away from him. Right back to Stanley from the seat of his pants, and he throws it off the window and in.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Well, do we have an all-Lawrence County semifinal Tuesday night? We'll find out in about 32 minutes. Live from North Catholic High School, it's WPIAL 3A boys basketball on the Lawrence County Sports Network powered by LCAP. Tonight it is the 10th-seeded Ellwood City Wolverines. They take on the 2-seed South Allegheny Gladiators at 20-3 overall this season. Eric Thomas and Tim Continenz with you. Tonight's game is brought to you by Maley Chiropractic, MVP Insurance, the Newcastle Transit Authority, UPMC Orthopedic Care, Penn Ohio Bottled Water, The Red Zone, Madura Bonner Law, Gem Builders Incorporated, Pontius Insurance, Works in Progress, the Crane Room Grill, the City Rescue Mission, Something for Your Wall Photography, and the Tri-County Principals Association, and of course by the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Mohawks in the books tonight. They defeated Southmoreland in the first game here tonight, 55-38. The winner of this game will take on the Warriors on Tuesday night for the right to go to the Pete and play for the WPIAL 3A Championship Saturday, March 1st at 1 o'clock. Tim Continenza, this Ellwood City team beat South Allegheny a couple years ago in the final. They were a double-digit seed that year. They're a 10 seed this year. Dan Bradley's worked his magic. They lose 6 of 8 contributors from a season ago, and they're right back in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, that's Coach Bradley. He finds a way. Not only did he do it on the football field, he's doing it on the basketball court this year again. And they got a interesting matchup. They got their hands full here with South Allegheny. I mean, they got 2 players that you're going to pay attention to in Cameron Epps and Drew Cooks. They got to find a way to contain them. They're going to get their points. What you want to do is keep them under their average. You know, you're looking at both of them at about 20 points per ball game. You keep them around 15 to 16, you've done a good job here tonight, and you're going to keep yourself in a ball game. And I think that's going to be really key defensively for the Wolverines here tonight. Can they control Epps and Cooks?
They're going to have to limit what is the second highest scoring offense in all of 3A basketball in the WPIAL, 67 points a game, just behind Aliquippa at 71 points per game. Aliquippa played earlier tonight. We'll get a final for you on that game. The other quarterfinal tonight is Bishop Canevin and Keystone Oaks. That game tipped off about a half hour ago. We'll pass along scores for you tonight during our Newcastle Transit out-of-town scoreboard update. So how does Ellwood City slow this offense down tonight? You mentioned the 2 guys, Epps and Cook. They've played fantastic, both 1,000-point scorers. Both have been with this program now. In Epps' case, 4 years. In Cook's case, 3 years. They've been contributing since day one. They've helped build this program and take it to another level. How does Ellwood City have to slow them down tonight?
I think they're going to be delivering with the ball offensively, make sure they get good quality passes, look inside. They got to get Aaron Lake involved early. I think it's going to be really key. Defensively, obviously, you're asking a lot from your guards. You need Chris Smiley defensively to have a big game. Obviously, if he gives you something offensively, that's something you want. He averages close to 9 points a game. You're going to need probably Chris Smiley stepping up offensively and maybe give him a few extra points here tonight. But it's really going to come down to, Cervic and Miley and Caveas. Can they defensively challenge this Epps Cook team and make them go to the others 4 points and Jackowski and Lewis and see what happens here tonight?
Ellwood City defeated South Park in round one by a 55-51 count. Outscored South Park 31-17 over the final two quarters. South Allegheny rolled to a victory over Charleroi, the 15 seed in round one, 61-32. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll introduce you to tonight's starting lineups, and then we'll tip it off. It is to go to the semifinals in WPIAL 3A basketball. Ellwood City and South Allegheny coming your way next on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
Trib Live has a little something for everyone. Sports from high school to the pros. News from across the street and around the world. Arts and entertainment. Lifestyles, opinion, weather, photo galleries, video. You can even find your next job, house, and car. So look alive, Pittsburgh, and get the news you want and information you need all in one place. TribLive.com. TribLive.com. News and more 24/7.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority. Going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Zaleople or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between.
Back here at North Catholic High School, Eric Thomas and Tim Continenza with you as we're about set for tip-off tonight between Ellwood City and South Allegheny in the quarterfinals of the WPIAL 3A Boys Basketball Tournament. Let's meet the starting lineups tonight. Brought to you by the Crane Room Grill. Call to place your order at 724-656-1553. Call ahead and reserve your seat for after the game or place an order for takeout. Remember, the winning word is playoffs. So come into the Crane Room tonight. You can go in after the game, tell your server the winning word word and get a free Crane Chips starter. And the winning word is playoffs. For South Allegheny, 20-3, head coach Tony DeCenzo. They will start this 5. Cameron Epps, the 5'7 senior, averaging 19 points a game. Drew Cook, the 6'1 junior, is hitting 20 a game. And again, those two are both 1,000-point scorers on the season. Jake Ewer in the front court at 6'3. Also a junior, Josh Jakowski, a 6'4 sophomore, hitting 13 a game, is in the front court. And Camden Lewis rounds out the starting 5 at 6'3. The senior is the man in the middle. For Ellwood City, they will start the same 5 that they have started all season long. Chucky Schweinsberg averaging 5.9 points a game. Caleb Cervic, also in the backcourt, the sophomore, has played very well this season. Leads the team shooting 49% from the floor, 11 points a game. Aaron Lake, fantastic, a double-double average on the season as well. He's shooting 46% this season. Chris Smiley and Jackson Kerr round out the starting 5 for Ellwood City. In Ellwood City, they've had some battles this year. They did lose to Aliquippa and Mohawk twice. They would play Mohawk the third time. And remember, they had that epic state tournament game a season ago with Mohawk, so there is plenty of playoff history between those two. We're a long way away from seeing an all-Lawrence County matchup on Tuesday night. But Ellwood City's got to feel pretty good about themselves where they're at. I mean, they lost Joe Roth, and they're back in the hunt here again this season.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the Joe Roth show for the last few years with Ellwood City, and I mean, why not? When you have a player of that talent, you want to use them as much as you can. But this is a team effort here. You know, I think this is Coach Dan Bradley's one of his best jobs we've seen him do. We've seen him do a great job with the football team this year, going undefeated in the regular season. You know, right now, what he's done with this club is they got them believing and understanding how to play basketball, how to work it inside and out, and how to be successful. And that's really been impressive. And again, you look at what, you know, senior Aaron Lake has done this year. He just stepped it up. He was kind of a secondary player last year, and this year he's averaging close to 16 points a ball game. You know, shooting over 57% from the free throw line. Really has been a leader for this team. It's just what you want from your seniors to stand up.
Remember, only 7 teams out of the bracket advance, so just because you're in the quarterfinals here does not mean you've automatically qualified for the state tournament. You have to win tonight to guarantee that. Mohawk is assured of that. Ellwood City would be with a win. They'd still battle for one of those spots if they fall to the consolation bracket, but they'd have to do some work to get into the state tournament once again. Dan Bradley, the head coach of Ellwood City, of course, had an undefeated regular season as the football coach of the Wolverines and double duty, and he's had one of his best coaching jobs that he has done on either side of either football or basketball this season.
I think what he's done this season with this basketball program really just shows you the level of coaching that he does. And he's done it everywhere he's been. And it's not a surprise to see Dan Bradley succeed.
Lake and Jakowski will jump it up. Ellwood City is in the royal blue with the white and black trim. South Allegheny in the white with navy and gold trim are underway, and it's South Allegheny control the tip. They attack the basket to our right. Cameron Epps will get it started on the offense. They hand it off to Jakowski. Over on the far side, it's Cook inside. It goes back. There's the easy layup, and inside for Jakowski, and it's 2-0 Gladiators. They'll slap on the full court pressure. Here comes Cervic up the floor. Epps will be on him almost all night. They double him up. Cervic near wing, hands it off. Kerr between his circles. It goes to Chris Smiley. Smiley, right-handed dribble between the legs, goes right-left. Yo-yo dribble to his left. Pulls up, gets stopped by Jakowski. Has nowhere to go with the ball. Has to get it out to the wing and does so. Near side, it's Cervic. Has it poked away, keeps it alive. Wraparound pass is picked off in the middle by Lewis. Here comes Epps the other way. Euro step, Epps. And he traveled. Double dribble, travel, whatever you want to call it. It's a turnover for South Allegheny as we're just 51 seconds into this game. It is loud in this gym tonight. It is packed. Perfect atmosphere for a Friday night and a trip to the WPIAL semifinals on the line. Cervic between the circles, guarded by Epps again. Lake moves over to screen, he falls back. Off to the near wing, it goes to Kerr. Kerr makes a move on Ewer to his right. Now it's Schweinsberg, now it's back to Cervic. Smiley top of the circle, straightaway three on the way, no. Off the mark and Cook the rebound. Other way, quickly they go. Epps, Cook, top of the circle, open three, no. Rebound, Lake had it. There's a scrum under the bucket as three guys hit the deck. And the arrow's going to go in favor of Ellwood City. No, it is going to, yes it is, going to be a foul on Camden Lewis. So that's the first team foul on South Allegheny and the first on Lewis here in this first quarter.
Yeah, it's a physical game underneath. Both teams going up hard for the ball. Here's a stolen.
Cook to the rack, lays it in. Here comes the pressure again by South Allegheny. They lead it 4-0. Lake brings it across the floor right in front of us.
Yeah, we've seen him already challenge the passing zones.
Goes to his left, now comes back right. Cook using that body floater. No! There is Schweinsberg too strong. Off the mark. Outlet pass tipped by Cervic and stolen at midcourt. Here comes Cervic the other way. Challenging, blocked. And it's a loose ball on the floor, controlled by Epps. Outlet pass. Cook with one hand. Somehow down the floor to Ewer. And there's a foul. Man, Drew Cook went up to the lights to pull that ball down. What a start to this game. I mean, Cook was up in the rafters to get that ball. And on the other end, Ellwood City had a couple of opportunities and couldn't connect. Ewer missed the first, he got the second. 5-0 South Allegheny as they come back with the pressure off the made free throw.
Right now they're trying to just get a set play, but I think more than anything they got to get some space and try to work it inside the lake. See if he can make a move. They're going to collapse on him, but he's got to be their scoring option.
Ellwood attacks the basket to our left, trailing by 5. Schweinsberg to Kerr on the far wing. Kerr in motion, top of the circle, Schweinsberg. Now it's over near side, Smiley. Smiley holds it in his right hand, goes to his right, pulls up, kicks it over the far side. Schweinsberg catch and shoot, way off the mark. Rebound control by South Allegheny.
Baseline.
And yes, Drew Cook did step on the baseline, so it's going to go back to Ellwood with 5:32 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, he took his back foot and stepped backwards as he made the pass, and that caused the turnover.
Dan Bradley's going to call a Pontius Insurance timeout with 5:32 to go in the first quarter. Call agent Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, or Tracy Giddens to get started today online at pontiusinsurance.com. Good timeout here to just calm his team down 5-0. The pace and the atmosphere is too much right now.
And it's been hectic, and that's exactly what he needs to do. Just settle his troops down, make sure they know their assignments, how to get in front of them to slow it down. And when they're making their passes, make sure that you've got a good quality hard pass in process. A couple times kind of weak passes, and they took advantage of it. You know, Cook has a couple steals already, and that's exactly what he did. He's seen the weak pass, took advantage of it, and was able to get to the hole quickly.
Aliquippa is in the books tonight with a 71-49 win, so the number 1 seed is on to the semifinals and the state tournament as well as they defeat Shadyside Academy. And that one thrown away off the inbound. Cook's going to run it down, and Cook's going to lay it in.
That's what's hurting Ellwood City right now is just a turnover. It's a 7-0 run to start the game here for South Allegheny.
They got to get a bucket here with 5:14 to go as Cervic uses that Smiley screen. Now Smiley top of the circle. He'll fire the three again. That one's off the front of the rim. They're just getting beaten everywhere for rebounds right now. Is Ellwood City the other way? It's Epps. 3, no, off the mark, tipped out of bounds, and it's off the hands of Lewis and back to Ellwood City. Tyler Smiley and Mikel Cuevas are into the game for Ellwood City.
Yeah, right now, the Gladiators are challenging the Wolverines from that three-point line, meaning see if you can make it. So far, they haven't been able to, but they've been leaving them open. So, you know, Smiley's taking a couple nice shots. It was not a bad open look each time, but they got to be able to finish, so they can't leave them short.
Cervic across half court, goes through everybody. Cervic, floater, can't get it to fall. Rebound is controlled by Ewer, and here comes South Allegheny once again. Ellwood City still 0 for to start this game. Cook, top of the circle, out to the far wing it goes, back to Cook. Foul line extended right, back to Cook, far wing. Cook into the corner it goes. That 3-ball fired by Jakowski, no good. Kerr the rebound. Ellwood City is still in search of a bucket, down 7-0 with 4:17 to go in the quarter. Cervic across half court, again guarded by Epps, right up on him, screen by Lake. Cervic, and he tried to feed it off to Tyler Smiley, and it's out of bounds and back to South Allegheny.
Right now, I was going to say, Ellwood City just got to settle back into defense here. 7-0 run here in the first 4 minutes against them.
Epps, the lob pass inside for Jakowski, and it's good. Dan Bradley's got to burn another timeout. With 3:56 to go, his team down 9-0. It's another Pontius Insurance timeout. Visit PontiusInsurance.com to request a quote for auto, home, business, or life insurance. Again, the out-of-town scoreboard tonight brought to you by the Newcastle Transit Authority. Aliquippa wins tonight in 3A, 71-49. Mohawk, who we just saw about a half hour ago, defeated Southmoreland 55-38. So the Warriors are back in the semis. Aliquippa is in the 3A semis. Remember last year they won 2A and then went on to win the state title in 2A as well. So they are the number 1 seed, and they are going to be in the semis either against Bishop Canevin or Keystone Oaks.
Right now for Ellwood City, they got to find a way to penetrate the lane. They've been outside. You got to give a lot of credit to the Gladiators, keeping them outside, forcing them to make the choice if you want to take the shot or get it in. Unfortunately, Aaron Lake hasn't touched the ball enough here early on. They got to find a way to get him into the lane and let him get a one-on-one opportunity. They're a tall team. They're a physical team. It's going to be difficult, but they're going to have to find a way to at least challenge him inside.
Congratulations to the Neshannock Lady Lancers. They defeat Laurel tonight 66-40. They are on to the WPIAL semifinals next week as well. It's going to be a busy week for us Monday and Tuesday night in the semifinals, and maybe Friday and Saturday as well at the Pete. We'll see as Lake gets a touch. Lake inside, floater too strong. Rebound pulled in by Ewer.
Yeah, they got it to the right player. It's just unfortunate the ball won't fall for him right now. They got a lid on that basket.
Epps near side. He gets it back between the circles from Jakowski. Now Jakowski, top of the circle. They rotated around far side. Cook into the corner. Good ball movement. Epps 3, no. Off the mark. Rebound loose. Controlled by Ewer. He turns and fires, no. And Smiley goes to the deck. He tried to get it. Tyler Smiley. And we got a foul. This foul is going to be on, or is it out of bounds? If it's out of bounds on South Allegheny, so it'll be Ellwood City ball. Yeah, Dan Bradley asking for a foul there. I thought there might have been one, too.
Yeah.
Cervic will bring it across for Ellwood City, guarded closely by Epps again. Epps at 5'9". That's an even matchup height-wise. Cervic hands it off Tyler Smiley, lost the handle, got it right back. Gets it out to Lake, far wing. Lake jab step with the right. Now he goes left, and he's tied up. Gets it back to Smiley. Now Cervic up near half court, far side. 2:50 to go in the first quarter. 9-0 South Allegheny. Hands it off. Cervic does to Smiley. Smiley around the dial. Back now. Top of the circle. Cervic between the circles. Near wing it goes to Lake. Lake puts it on the floor to his right. Cuts across the lane. Kicks it out. Cuevas inside the Lake. Turns, no. Rebound into the hands again.
Lake just doesn't have any shooting room right now, and that was short again.
South Allegheny comes away with the rebound yet again. They are crushing Ellwood City on the glass. Jakowski inside, fouled hard by Lake.
Yeah, Aaron Lake just did want to prevent an easy shot going in. Make him earn it at the line is Jakowski. We'll see what happens. Jakowski averaging 13 points a game, so going to be a challenge here for Lake. You can see the size here for South Allegheny kind of playing a role here on the boards.
And they weren't sure if Jakowski was even going to play tonight. There was talk that he was a little dinged up in the first round game against Charleroi, but he was out on the floor for warm-ups and everything seemed to be fine. But he does have an ankle brace on the right ankle, so keep an eye on that, but he showed no ill effects of it so far. Missed the free throw, but South Allegheny keeps it alive. Epps now back to Jakowski, far wing, gets it back again. He's going to take an open, uncontested three, in and out, and the rebound to Lake. 10-0 South Allegheny with 2:07 to go in the first quarter. Cuevas across, or rather, Cervic across half court. Now it's Lake. Top of the circle, Smiley. Chris cuts to his left, off the window, still can't hit. And another rebound.
That was a good move again by Smiley, and the ball that time just would not fall.
Keon Ellis into the corner, back to Epps. Epps walks it back between the circles. Cervic meets him. Now he comes near wing. Lost the handle. Cuevas meets him. He sidesteps Cuevas, throws it away towards the sideline. Saved in there by Chris Smiley. Smiley racing down the left side for Ellwood City. Out to Lake. Wide open three-pointer. No. Rebound, and there is Cook again. 1:24 to go, and they lose it again. Lob pass up ahead to Cuevas. Cuevas still can't connect. Lake to follow finally. And Ellwood City is on the board with 1:12 to go in the quarter.
That is what the doctored order. Aaron Lake following that up with the tip, making sure they still had an opportunity to score.
Epps between the circles, down to 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Ellis back to Epps, corner it goes. Ewer drives the near baseline, floater too strong. Ellis, and he had the rebound, but he lost it out of bounds. And they're going to say it's off Ellwood City. Lake trying to contest it, was off of Ellis's thigh, but they say no. Jakowski will inbound it with 51 seconds to go. He tried to find Ewer. Out to Epps. Three-pointer, no. Rebound. And two Ellwood players fought for it. Schweinsberg and Cervic. Neither one of them came up with it, and it's off Ellwood, back to South Allegheny.
Huge defensive opportunity there for Ellwood City. They got to take advantage of this. They got to continue to keep it just an 8-point game. Challenge every shot. They got to get some rebounds.
Cook catch and shoot off the inbound to your corner. No. Rebound, Chris Smiley. 38 seconds to go in the quarter. Smiley to the corner, and Cuevas launches a three. In and out. And Cook another rebound.
Another shot that looks like it's going to fall, but will not for Ellwood City.
Epps open three near side. No. Cook the follow. No. Rebound again, and it's Cook once again. Man, he is so good on the glass tonight. Almost getting a double-double in his first quarter. 15 seconds to go. Cervic met at half court and fouled by Epps. 12.7 to go in the quarter. 12-2 South Allegheny.
Got to convert here with 12 seconds left. You're Ellwood City trailing by 10.
They need something. Cervic off the inbound, down to 10 seconds. Cervic holds it. Cervic between the legs, dribble goes to his left. Cervic got to get it off. Cuevas down to 2, down to 1. Smiley wasted time, shot it, and missed at the buzzer, and that is how the first quarter will come to a close. 12-2, South Allegheny in front of Ellwood City at a frenetic pace. We'll catch our breath, come back for the second quarter after this on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
All right, back here at North Catholic High School. Eric Thomas and Tim Continenza with you. 12-2, South Allegheny in front of Ellwood City. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll have our UPMC halftime show. UPMC is Lawrence and Mercer County's local choice for advanced orthopedic care to get you back on your feet faster. Visit upmc.com to find a doctor near you. What in the world can you say about the first 8 minutes?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's frenetic is what you're going to say here for the Gladiators. Everything going their way, keeping the pressure up. They got to get some shots to fall here in the second quarter for Ellwood City, and Lake unfortunately rolls the rim again.
And Cook the rebound, goes right down the right side, tied up, and a jump ball. The arrow is going to favor South Allegheny 17 seconds into the second quarter.
You know, they actually haven't played bad defense, Ellwood City. They just haven't had any offense falling their way. They got to keep challenging these shots, try to keep this as close as they can, and get some turnovers and some transitional plays.
Jakowski through traffic off the inbound. No. Rebound control by Lewis. Lewis wraparound pass to Cook. Open three near corner. In and out. Oh, he got the rebound. The carom. Man, Drew Cook, that was coming out. Bounced up in the square and fell right in.
Every shot has found a way in for the Gladiators. Every shot has fallen the way out here for the Wolverines.
15-2. South Allegheny leads it with 7:18 to go in the first half. Schweinsberg over to Cervic near wing. Cervic puts him on the floor, gives to Lake left of him. Lake into the corner, almost lost the ball, gets it back. Wraparound pass for Cuevas, knocked away. Here comes Cook, it's off his foot. Lewis is right there to pick it up. Out to the far corner, it goes to Epps. Fires a three, got it! Cameron Epps' his first field goal of the night. Dan Bradley calls yet another timeout. It is 18-2. South Allegheny in front. It's a Pontius Insurance timeout. Get the best rates and customer service by calling a local agent at Pontius Insurance. Woo! The player of the game right now is Drew Cook. He is doing everything for this team.
Yeah, he's offensively, defensively everywhere. I mean, he's getting offensive boards. He's getting defensive boards. He's starting the breaks. He's finishing the breaks. I mean, right now they even found him in the corner, and he hits the three, to get into double figures here in the first half, I should say. He's just been on fire, and that's really been the difference. When we talked about you had to find a way to stop Epps and Cooks, and right now they have 16 points between the two of them, 11 from Drew Cook. And that's going to be the problem right now. They got to find a way to slow down Cook. And in the same vein, you got to control Epps. It's going to be a difficult assignment. You're trailing by 16 points here, but you got to do it one possession at a time. You got to find a way to get into the passing lanes, get some easy balls so you're going your way, and then offensively you have to find a way to score. They have fought for every opportunity. Unfortunately, nothing has fallen for them here early.
Inbound goes to Ellwood City and Cervic. As they are still in search of some buckets here, and they're going to foul, and a good drive to the bucket by Cervic.
That's what they need to do. They got to challenge them, get inside. Maybe they can get to the line and find their shot. Sometimes shooting from the line ignites an offense because you can, there's no opposition. All you have to do is put the ball up and in.
And if there is one plus, they got Cam Lewis in foul trouble here with two. And now force Tony DeCenzo to go back to Keon Ellis. Both these guys, you look at DeCenzo and you look at Dan Bradley, it's like they almost look like father and son.
They do.
They got the same hairstyle. They're both wearing white quarter zips. It's like mirror images of one another.
Yeah.
Just maybe DeCenzo about 15 years younger. Epps over to Cook. Lob back door. Jakowski tips it to Ewer.
There's what they're looking for. Get in the passing lane, steal the ball.
Cervic picked that off, racing down the floor. Cervic all the way. Hesitates off the window. No. Rebound tipped around. Controlled by Jakowski. Here comes Epps. Cook near wing. Near baseline. Cook hop step in the lane. Kicks it out. Top of the circle. Jakowski. Three is good. 21-4. South Allegheny. 6:05 to go in the first half.
This is where it gets concerning if you're Dan Bradley. You have to find a way offensively to score some points. This game is quickly getting out from him. Another turnover.
Epps picks it off ahead to Cook. Outruns everybody in his foul hard right side of the rim, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
A 17-point lead, you're thinking, well, that's not terrible. Well, if you double it, you're into the mercy roll. That's the problem. You don't want to get in that situation in the second quarter. And just a 10-point run can make a huge difference in the ballgame. You got to find a way to at least match them point for point from this point on.
Cook 20 a game, and he hits the first free throw. He's having an excellent first half now with 10. Ewer is out, and Ellis is back in. So it's not a super deep team. Fisher Elise is into the game as well for South Allegheny. They go about 8 deep. I'll tell you what, I've said this, the winner of this game gets Mohawk, and I've said Mohawk's got they can match 5 for 5. Their match might be in white jerseys right now as far as starting 5.
This is an athletic team that can actually play tight defense.
Tyler Smiley pinned up, and he gets it out to Cervic up on the far side. 5:35 to go in the first half. Smiley on the far wing, hands it off to his brother Chris. Stop by Chris. Fade away, far baseline, no. Rebound into the hands of Cook.
You know, Chris Smiley's had some great looks, just nothing falling for him.
Ellis wide open near wing for 3, missed it, and the rebound controlled by Lake, and we get a bump by Elise. That's the team second on South Allegheny, so no shooting damage yet. 23-4, South Allegheny in front with 5:17 to go in the first half. Smiley has it, left side, crossover dribble, in the lane, fade away near elbow, got it. Tough shot by Chris Smiley, his first field goal of the night. 23-6, South Allegheny in front, 5 minutes to go in the second. Jakowski the other way, Cook, deep 3, no. That one rebound, tipped out, and here comes Lake again. Lake has a 2-on-4 out to Cuevas. Now Smiley, he'll fire a deep 3, way short. Rebound and a good box out into the baseline by Epps. And back to South Allegheny it goes with 4:46 to go until halftime.
Yeah, that was actually an open look. He just left it short. Kind of rushed his shot.
Epps across half court, actually hands it off just shy of half court to Elise. Elise screened by Ellis, goes to his left corner. It goes. Cook is all alone for 3, and he knocks another one down. Drew Cook is unconscious in his first half. 26-6. South Allegheny in front with 4:22 to go in the half.
Absolutely insane how he's playing right now.
Cervic tied up on the far baseline and fouled by Ellis.
You got to give Cervic a lot of credit. He's going into the trees, working hard, trying to draw fouls. That's the second time he's got one. He'll go to a line shooting 2. He hit his first 2 free throws earlier in the game.
Cervic at the line on the season, 77% free throw shooter. And he makes the first. Coming up at halftime also, we'll have our Creative Edge scoring recap for you. That'll be up in 4 minutes and 15 seconds on the UPMC halftime show. Second one by Cervic is good. He's perfect at the line tonight. 4 for 4. Has half of the Ellwood production. 26-8. South Allegheny in front. Elise near wing. Top of the circle. Cook. Far wing it goes. Epps fires a 3. Got it.
That's Epps' second tray. He now has 8 in the game.
Dan Bradley's going to call yet another timeout. Pontius Insurance timeout.
Well, they're going to be down to 2 timeouts left. They've used 3 here in the first. Actually, 1 timeout left. They're showing on the scoreboard.
Mohawk has stuck around. They're over in the far corner behind the South Allegheny bench watching this game. They won earlier tonight 55-38 over Southmoreland. It was really an ugly game if you think about it. I mean,
it was just an officiated game that they never allowed either team to get any flow into it. They were calling everything tight. It was unfortunate for Southmoreland. It seemed like they thought they got the worst end of it throughout the night. And it's just the way they called it. They called it both ways, but in the same vein, Southmoreland just never caught a break in that game, period.
We'll be with you tomorrow afternoon, from North Allegheny High School. Smiley steps through, Euro step floater, got it. Chris Smiley and Caleb Cervic, the only guys to have scored for Ellwood City tonight. We're going to team up with our friends at EC Wolverines, that sports network, tomorrow to bring you the triple header at North Allegheny. More information on that here in a second, as that's tipped out of bounds and stays with South Alley with 3:37 to go. So 3 games tomorrow at North Allegheny High School. Tim and I will be on the call for the 1A boys game between Neighborhood Academy and Aquinas, and then the 4A boys game between North Catholic and Beaver. Those will both be available on the NFHS network tomorrow afternoon. As Jakowski fires a three near wing, no good, and the rebound controlled by Chris Smiley.
Again, they got to take advantage of when they get the ball back on rebounds.
And
Smiley's going to travel with the ball. Yeah, he had his pivot and kind of got lost and didn't know, trying to turn and lift his back foot. That's going to get called every time. And that's one thing Ellwood City can't do is turn over the ball. Trailing by 19 here. Every possession is so important for them to get back into it. They got to try and cut this lead down to 15 or less here by half. There's still 3 minutes here to play.
Trailing by 9. Epps trying to make it 22, and he misses everything. That three's going to go out of bounds and back to Ellwood City. So just to finish that thought, too, and then the Ellwood City girls will play in between there. And our friends at ecwolverines.com, the Wolverines Sports Network, those guys do a great job. I'm sure they're amped up for tomorrow afternoon. They'll have the girls game for Ellwood City, and then we'll do the two boys games sandwiched around that game at North Allegheny tomorrow afternoon. Looking forward to that. That 4A game tomorrow afternoon is going to be fantastic with North Catholic and Beavers. Cervic has it, drives, floater right side, too strong. Tyler Smiley the rebound, and he went up and down. Actually, they're going to call it jump ball. And the arrow's going to favor Ellwood City.
And they got to find a way here.
2:40
See if
to
they
go.
can get an inbound pass, maybe to Lake underneath. Try to get some leverage here.
2:40 to go in the half. 19-point lead for South Allegheny. Cuevas hands it off to Lake, top of the circle. Now it's Cervic, left side. 2.5 to go. Cervic goes to his right now, turns back and gets it off to Lake. Left side, Lake underneath. Good find with Tyler Smiley, missed it.
They just can't finish their shots today.
Ellis ran down the rebound. Epps has it. Out to Jakowski. Now Cook. Cook, quick move. Hop step in the lane. Floater, no. Rebound out to the corner. Elise tried to save it out of bounds to Ellwood City.
You know, Ellwood City's had opportunities when the Gladiators have given it to them, when they've lost control of the ball like that or other times on rebounds. They just, unfortunately, there's a lid on that basket here tonight. They just cannot seem to crack it.
2:05 to go in the first half. 29-10, South Allegheny in front. Cervic in motion. Tough angle on the floater. No good. Elise the rebound. Outlet pass to Cook. Takes 2 steps and he lays it in. Drew Cook has outscored Ellwood City in the first half by himself. 31-10. Gladiators. Lake trying to end the little run. Can't. Jakowski the rebound. Epps up ahead. Crossover at midcourt. Cook. Wraparound pass underneath. Beautiful to Ellis, but he missed it. Schweinsberg the rebound. Up ahead. Gives it off to Cervic far side. 1:25 to go in the first half. Cervic hands it off to Lake. Lake right side. Down the right block. Spins in the lane. Shot. No. And Lake will go to the line to shoot 2 with 1:19 to go in the half.
Yeah, that's the first time they really got Aaron Lake in a while on the move going to the basket. He made a nice move and laid it up and in, and just short of falling in, but picked up the foul. Now he has a shot at 2 at the line.
First one by Lake is good.
Right now it's possession by possession. If you're Ellwood City trailing by 20, you just want to take every opportunity and be ready for what you have to do. Get back on defense and play hard.
Second one by Lake is also good.
And man up, know what your responsibilities are, and challenge the passes.
31-12, South Allegheny in front. Cook out to the corner. Epps, far side it goes. Jakowski, far corner. Elise, 3-ball, yes. Fisher Elise with another 3 for South Allegheny. It's 34-12, under a minute to go in the first half. Lake hands it off to Cervic. Cervic across half court between the legs, dribble met by Epps. Moves to his left. Wanted to go back to it at Cuevas. They cut it off. Gets it over to the far side, and Schweinsberg dribbles to his left again. Back to Cervic, far side. 37 seconds to go. Cervic to his left. In the lane, hands it off. Schweinsberg right side, missed it. Partially tipped. Here comes South Allegheny. Cook to Epps. 3-ball again. No. Rebound. Elise underneath. Baseline runner is good. They are fast. They are great on the glass, and they are up 36-12. The other way, Lake blocked from behind by Jakowski, and Jakowski got too much hand And that'll send Lake back to the free throw line for 2 with 11.3 seconds to go.
When they penetrate, they have opportunities. The problem is they haven't been able to finish here tonight. Lake got fouled there. That's the reason why Cervic has gotten underneath. Cervic is not a big kid, but he's challenging all of them. And he's put himself in position, just the ball hasn't fallen for them tonight.
Lake first one, no. 65% on the season. Had 8 in the opening round against South Park. Big gun that night was Schweinsberg, who had 16.
Yeah, he's scoreless here in the first half.
Second one for Lake, dips at the knees and fires away, and it is good.
Lake with 5 here tonight. Last 3 from the line.
5 seconds to go in the half. Cook lost the handle. Cook gets it back, threw it away. It's out of bounds off Ellwood City with 2.2 seconds left. South Allegheny relentless in this first half. Faster and just better as Epps gets it, has to fire it, and that one's off the mark. And that is how the first half will come to a close. A commanding performance by South Allegheny as they get out to a fast start. They don't look back. They lead it 36-13 at the half over Ellwood City. Coming up next, it's our UPMC halftime show. We'll recap the scoring, give you a scoreboard update, and get you set for the second half. You're listening to the WPIAL Boys 3A quarterfinal on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Nominations are now being accepted for the LCAP Team of the Month and the LGKG Male and Female Athlete of the Month. Log on to lcsportsnet.com/awards to nominate your favorite team or athlete today.
safe and healthy home is not something to play games with, especially if your home was built before 1978. You may be exposed to extremely harmful lead-based paint hazards. If you're concerned about lead in your home, don't roll the dice on your family's safety. LCAP's Healthy Homes Lead Hazard Reduction Program is here to help you win the battle. Your family's health and safety is the goal. Contact the Department of Healthy Homes today.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Zaliople or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win, proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Congratulations to our December LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud.
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
Cold winds blowing, temperatures dropping, and snow is beginning to fall. And then your furnace goes out. LCAP's LIHEAT Crisis Program is here to help. If your furnace is blowing cold air, not turning on, or not reaching the desired temperature, help is right around the corner, whether it needs fixed or replaced. For information, call the Department of Healthy Homes at 724-656-0090. LCAP's Healthy Home programs are the key to safer living.
Back here at North Catholic High School, Eric Thomas and Tim Continenza with you, 36-13. South Allegheny in front of Ellwood City. It's the UPMC halftime show. UPMC Orthopedic Care is Lawrence and Mercer County's local choice for sports medicine services. To schedule an appointment at any of our 4 Lawrence County locations, call 724-983-7000. Well, let's recap the scoring here in the first half, and a lot of it was done by South Allegheny in that first half. Let's take a look at who has the edge so far with our Creative Edge scoring recap. Creative Edge, where design and construction come together with experience. For South Allegheny in the first half, they were led by Drew Cook, who had 16, 8 for Josh Jakowski, 6 for Cam Epps. Fisher Elise had 5 and 1 for Jake Ewer. For Ellwood City, 5 for Aaron Lake, 4 apiece for Caleb Cervic and Chris Smiley, and that is it. That's your Creative Edge scoring recap. From concept to creation, they combine their extensive construction experience with creative design to make your project a reality. Fully licensed and insured architecture and construction management services. Call 724-652-1372 for more information. Let's look at the Newcastle Transit Authority going your way out-of-town scoreboard. Why drive when you can relax and ride? Daily routes to Pittsburgh as well as routes all around Lawrence County. Visit newcastletransit.org for more information and route schedules. And remember, senior citizens ride for free. In the 3A bracket on the boys' side tonight, the number 1 seed, Aliquippa, is on to the semifinals. They defeat Shadyside Academy, the 9 seed, 71-49. On this side of the bracket, it was number 3 seed Mohawk defeating Southmoreland, the 6 seed, 55-38. Elsewhere on the other side again, this winner on this side will face Mohawk on Tuesday night. The other quarterfinal going on right now is at the half, and it's Bishop Canevin with a 41-27 lead over Keystone Oaks. That's a 4-5 matchup at Peters Township. So right now it's looking like it's going to be Aliquippa and Canevin and South Allegheny and Mohawk. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves here, but I mean, the uphill battle Ellwood City has right now is pretty tall.
It's very tall when you're trailing this much, and you know, here's the bottom line: is you're very close to this becoming a mercy game, and that's what you can't afford to get a 30-point lead here for South Allegheny. If that would happen, then this clock just diminishes, and you have no chance of coming back. It really becomes a 6-on-5 type game because you're playing the clock that never stops. It's really going to be important here in the third quarter for Ellwood City to find some scoring.
All right, let's look at the other classes too now. In 2A boys, we now know where the semifinals are going to be on Monday night. Ellwood City High School will host Union and Neshannock. That's the 4-8 matchup. That game stays in Lawrence County. The other semifinal, Sewickley Academy and Jeanette, the 2 and 3 seeds, will match up at Fox Chapel High School at 7:30 on Monday night. And the Union Neshannock game is going to be 8 o'clock at Ellwood City High School. That game is paired with the Union girls, so it's a 6 and 8 start at Ellwood City with Union girls at 6, Union boys in Neshannock at 8 o'clock. And then, of course, the 6A semifinals Newcastle and Mount Lebanon.
Yeah.
And how about Mount Lebanon last night knocking off Amani Christian? We said it in our preview show that they were going to be a upset alert pick. Mount Lebanon, they were getting healthy at the right time. That is going to be one hell of a matchup with Newcastle on Monday night.
It's going to be a challenge for both teams. Obviously, Newcastle has been on a roll. What they've been able to do, it's just, with the freshman Cox leading the way, and then you have the senior and Blundo from the thing, and then you add what Damian Harrison brings to the table as an athletic player who can work both inside and outside. It's going to be interesting. Obviously, I have not seen Mount Lebanon play, but geez, I mean, what they're talking about, what you've seen, and what we've been talking about, how the healthy they're going to be.
Yeah,
it's going to be right down to the wire, those two teams. I think it's really going to come down to, turnover points. Really, I think what team defensively can really get in the passing zones and make stops and then turn those into points. If they're fast break points, or they bring it down court and work their offense, it's going to be really important. That's what's going to be important here for Ellwood City right now. They got to find their offensive way to score. They're going to chase the other side of the court, so mentally that got to feel good to get away from that basket. It just was not friendly to them in the first half.
Yeah, and that Newcastle game, by the way, 8 o'clock Monday night at North Allegheny High School. We'll announce our coverage plans coming up here over the weekend. You can just tune into our social media, either Facebook, the X page, or online at LawrenceCountyLCSportsNet.com. We'll have the complete schedule and tell you what we're doing on Monday, and we'll have a game now Tuesday night because the Shannock, the girls get to the semifinals. The Mohawk boys get to the semifinal. It could be one heck of a week for Lawrence County teams, too. I got to say this real quick before the second half starts, too. Outside of Lawrence County and the teams that we cover, I'm not sure that there's a better big school coach in the WPIAL than Joe David at Mount Lebanon. That guy's been able to get that team together with all the stuff they've gone. That's going to be a great matchup with Newcastle on Tuesday night. We start the second half. South Allegheny has it to begin, and off the Epps three-point miss, it's Lewis who puts it back in. It's 38-13.
And his second chance points are going to be big. They got to find a way to answer each and every point when you give it up here for Ellwood City.
And Epps a little ticky-tack foul on Cervic. Ellwood City, again, the road royal blue with white and black trim. They attack the basket to our right here in the second half. South Allegheny is in their home whites with the navy trim down the side and gold trim around the bottom of the waistband as well. Kerr, and he'll pass it to Cervic on the near side. 40 seconds into this third quarter. Ellwood City trying to really just find some energy and find some muster here. Smiley in the lane, fadeaway, tough shot. Chris Smiley, another bucket. He's got 6. 38-15, South Allegheny.
That's what they got to do. They got to answer when they score, but more importantly, the defense, they got to challenge. They got to get hands up in the air and not allow open shots like that.
Epps from Cook, and he lights it up again on the near wing for 3. 41-15, South Allegheny.
So difficult when the ball's being rotated like that. You're following the ball, you just can't get back in time. And Cameron Epps just lit it up.
Cervic drives left side, spins in the lane, went out to Schweinsberg, and then Cook moves over and fouls him. A little too aggressive going after the ball there. That's the first on Cook, and the team two first. Yeah, they were second, right?
Yeah.
Here in the third. Cervic off the inbound from Smiley. Dan Bradley's still coaching. You hear him yelling at our mics. We're sitting right next to him. Kerr, now top of the circle. Schweinsberg goes right side, right block, through the traffic, and is fouled once again.
Yeah, that time I think they're going to get Lewis. That'll be his third. That time he got ball, but he got body with that ball, and that's what caused the foul.
Schweinsberg at the line for the first time tonight. He's scoreless, and he got his first point there. One more with 6:17 to go in the third. 41-16. Dan Bradley dropping 3 guys back to prevent a run out. Schweinsburg's second one good as well.
They got to find ways to get to the line like they did if you're Ellwood City. And defensively, you got to challenge everything. Can't allow second shots to happen.
Cook
or wide open shots.
Near wing 3 by Cook, no. Rebound, and that was tapped. Well,
by Lewis going out of bounds.
Yeah, Ewer went over the back there. They didn't call that, so it's going to be Ellwood City ball with 6:04 to go in the quarter. Bringing it across half court is Cervic. Right side, now it's Kerr, right wing. Kerr on, Cook stepped in front of it. Cook racing to the bucket, lays it in. Lightning fast hands, athleticism off the charts. Cook is putting on a clinic here tonight. Cervic right side, dribbles down the block, tied up by Epps, traveled.
Yeah, shuffled his feet, trying to get position. Trying to do a fake with the shoulder, lost control of the ball, and in the process, shuffled his feet, and that caused the turnover.
Mikel Cuevas is back into the game.
We're going to get a... Cameron Epps.
Yeah, 4 fouls here now on South Allegheny in this quarter. That's the 3rd on Epps.
You might want to try to go right at someone with this possession if you're Ellwood City. Try to pick up that 5. See if you can get to the line the rest of the quarter.
Top of the circle, Smiley, 3-pointer short. Rebound tapped out into the hands of Epps. Racing down the far side, goes by everybody, lays it up. They wave the basket off.
Fouls on the court before the shot.
Foul's going to be on Cervic. And that's the first team foul in Ellwood City here in the second half. Inbound. Into the corner it goes to Epps. Epps inside, Lewis. Lewis spins on Lake and he puts it in.
Yeah, Lewis just had position and just backed down Lake and just went at an easy little 4-footer turnaround.
45-17. South Allegheny, Cervic underneath to Lake. Off the window, missed it. Lewis the rebound. How many of those have they missed tonight?
Oh, got to be at least 10.
Outlet to Epps. The basket and the foul for Cameron Epps.
Epps coming alive here in the third quarter. We're going to get that one on Charlie Schwindler.
Yeah, Schweinsburg, Chucky Schweinsburg, the guilty party that time. That's a second, team second. Epps to complete the 3-point play, fires away, gets the roll. 48-17, South Allegheny up by 31.
And that it brings in the mercy roll.
Lake drives, foul line, slid his feet, and traveled.
So it just got even more difficult here for Ellwood City.
And clock is going to run now, and it will continue to do so. I'll tell you what, Mohawk and South Allegheny on Tuesday
night. It's going to be a battle.
Make the popcorn.
It's going to be a battle of different type of styles of basketball.
That is, I would buy a ticket for that game, to be honest with you. Inside Alvarez, roll. Adrian Alvarez's first action tonight for Ellwood City. Down the floor, Cook fires a 3 near wing, short. Rebound, Cuevas running by everybody right side. Tried to feed it in the middle. It was knocked away and stolen away by Ewer. Outlet pass to Epps, midcourt, collects it. Epps to his left, bangs through traffic and is fouled hard as he hits the deck and will shoot 2 more with 3:44 and a running clock to go. Fouls on Schweinsburg again. That's Chucky's third. Epps will have 2 at the line. You know, and you look at the consolation. I mean, Ellwood City and Southmoreland is going to be a really good game too.
Yeah.
I mean, the consolation games in this bracket are.
Oh, this is so loaded.
Yeah,
it really is. 7 teams is actually a disservice. It really is. It should have been 8.
Shady
the way
side.
this bracket looks, it's unfortunate that it's 7 and not 8.
1 for 2 for Epps. The other way, Lake will handle it for Ellwood City. Bounce pass to the far corner, goes to Smiley. Tyler back up top to Lake. Lake dribbles with that right hand, goes to his right. Trying to go by Lewis, spins in the lane, turns and faces. Good pass underneath, and a reverse layup by Cervic is off. And the rebound by Cook. Cook racing by Alvarez. Pass inside is picked off by Lake for a moment and then stolen away by Lewis. We get a foul on South Allegheny with 3:05 to go in the third. Foul's going to be on Euler. It's the team 5th on South Allegheny.
And they'll come down here and shoot 2 with 2:49 left. Clock will stop for foul shots.
Yeah, I think of these consolation games. They're going to be as entertaining considering that
it's going to be
limited spots. Lake makes the first.
I mean, the competition level is just going to be over the top. It really will be. I mean, you're going to earn your berth.
This semifinal on Tuesday night with Mohawk and South Allegheny. Buckle up.
Yes.
Inside. Good find as Jakowski gets loose under the bucket and lays it in. Lake up ahead. Cuevas, far corner. 3 ball on the way. Yes.
And Cuevas gets on the scoreboard.
They won't stop fighting Ellwood City. We know that.
No, that's not in the character of this basketball team.
Ellis underneath, back up top to Cook. Splits everybody. Cook, no-look pass.
What a pass.
The layup by Lewis is good. Lewis has 6 in the quarter, 6 for the game. 53-24, 2 minutes to go in the third. Lake all alone off the window and in.
Trading baskets right now is going to be difficult, especially with the clock running.
Lewis the other way, got his own rebound again. Out to Ellis, 3-pointer from the near corner, hits the top of the backboard. Cook is there to put it back in. 20 for Drew Cook. 55-26, South Allegheny with 1:38 to go in the third. Cuevas, same spot, 3-pointer, got another one. 55-29, Cook to Ellis, Epps, between the circles, far wing it goes, Jakowski, 3-pointer, got it!
The ball movement that you're seeing tonight from South Allegheny has been impressive.
29.
Everybody knows exactly where they should be, and that's where the passes are headed.
29-point lead. Cervic from Smiley. Cervic to his right, between the legs, dribble, stays right side. Lake, near wing, 3 on the way. Got it. Definitely seeing some offensive continuity here for Ellwood City, but clock will continue to run. Backdoor it goes to Ellis, reverses, and he's fouled.
Hey, you're finally seeing this offense do what they've done most of the season, be able to hit some nice plays and hit some outside shots. The first 2.5 quarters of tonight's ball game, it's just been, biting nails for them. Every time they put a shot up, it just wouldn't fall in.
Foul was on Lake, his second. Cuevas steals the inbound pass. Dribbles out to the corner. The referee hit the deck. Cuevas and the ref collided. The ball was rolling over there. The ref hit the deck. He's okay.
Yeah, he got a good smile on his face.
And they got to hustle to get the ball in. 5 seconds. Epps to Jakowski to Ellis at the buzzer. No. And that's how the third quarter comes to a close. 58-32. South Allegheny is rolling here in the quarterfinals. 8 minutes to go here in the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Pay attention when I'm talking to everybody else. Don't leave the paint.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Mela Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Mela Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between.
Start of the fourth quarter here at North Catholic High School. How about South Allegheny with 46 points in the middle quarters tonight? They lead at 58-32.
Yeah.
As the clock will run here in the fourth quarter. We knew this was going to be a tough game for Ellwood City. This South Allegheny program, I mean, they were a doormat in the WPIAL, and Tony DeCenzo has built this thing into an absolute powerhouse. These last couple of years, they made a WPIAL final a few years ago. He's been at the helm since 2012, but they feel like they got unfinished business, and they are trying to write that chapter this season. As Jakowski picks off the pass.
Well, that's what you do, year by year, build on a program, and that's what he has achieved.
Cook threw it away the other way to the corner, Cervic. Cervic far corner, now baseline. Floater from the block, no. Rebound, no by Alvarez. As Jakowski outruns him for the rebound. Jakowski poked from behind. Elise is back in the game. Goes through everybody and lays it in.
Impressive.
60-32, Lake. Out to the corner it goes. Smiley, that's blocked. Jakowski recovered the block. It lob pass down the floor to Cook. Lays it in.
Yeah, Cook is just on fire.
They are relentless. I mean, it is.
It's just fast break after fast break right now.
Non-stop with this team. You're going to have South Allegheny against the Mohawk team that can score. I mean, the 2 starting 5s in that semifinal are as good as it gets. Before you get to Aliquippa, who's starting 5 is really good.
Yeah, no question about it.
We assume Aliquippa. Who knows what'll happen, but
tough not to expect Aliquippa the way they've played the last few years.
Favorites in the bracket. They won tonight over Shady Side in convincing fashion again. Lake fires a 3, top of the circle, no. And Cook taps the rebound out to Jakowski on the far side. He races down the far sideline, out to the corner and Elise, back to Cook. Far wing, Cook. Foul line extended right to Lewis, blocked from behind by Alvarez. Epps picks up the rebound. That's blocked by Chris Smiley. Here comes Cervic the other way, bounce past the Lake in traffic, and is stripped from behind by, I believe that was Elise on the recovery defense, and it's still Ellwood City ball. So we're down to 5:52 to go in the game. Smiley inbound to Cervic. Cervic between the circles, works his way around the dial. Kick out to the far corner. Cuevas 3, no. Rebound Cook. Cook racing down the floor. Cook outrunning everybody. The basket and a foul for Drew Cook.
He putting on a show here tonight. Every opportunity to get out in front of the ball. He's leading the offense, laying it up and in, picking up the foul, trying for the 3-point play here. Drew Cook has just been phenomenal, over his average of 20 here tonight.
He has one speed, and it's 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
And he can get to it in about a tenth of a second.
And the thing is, he can stop on a dime.
He is a phenomenal player. Lake pull-up jumper from the elbow, no. Rebound, Jakowski.
Another situation where Ellwood City just every shot short.
Elise runs the baseline, hands it off to Lewis, and the lane lays it in.
Kind of like how Lewis is playing, just being in the right place, right time, either getting second shots in or just getting fed down low.
Epps has had big games, but it's Cook tonight. Out to Lake. Lake drives down the left side. Smiley, left wing, 3, no. Rebound, Lewis, and he stepped on the end line.
It's a big game. Going to come up in the semifinals on the 25th as Mohawk in South Allegheny.
Cutting through the lane is Cervic. Reverse layup, no. Lewis outlet pass to Cook. He'll take it all the way, and he lays it in again.
Just no way to stop him on his fast breaks. They get it cleared. He's on his way. They just lead it to him.
Good move by Lake to the bucket. Couldn't connect. Rebound in the outlet to Jakowski. Jakowski, he tried to find Cook on the lob and couldn't connect. A couple of reserves in for South Allegheny as James Anderson is in for the first time. Samaj Reason also into the game. You see Jackson Kerr come back for Ellwood City. Lake, he'll come out. So it's the two Smiley, Schweinsberg, Alvarez, and Lake for Ellwood City. Epps, Cook, Elise. Check that, Cook is out. James Anderson, Cam Lewis, and Samaj Reason as Smiley shakes loose at the foul line. Can't connect. Rebound to the corners. Run down by Anderson to Lewis. To Epps. Epps up ahead to Anderson. Stops on the far wing. Gets to Lewis right with him. Bounce pass to Epps. Now Reason. Reason on the near wing. Reason lobs it back to Epps. 2:55 to go. 3-ball fired by Elise off the mark. To the baseline it goes and run down by Ellwood. Here comes Chris Smiley down the floor near side. Smiley puts his shoulder down into Elise. Little Euro step out to his brother Tyler near wing. Tyler now near baseline. Into a cutting Schweinsberg through traffic. Got it to roll in. Dan Bradley's going to call a timeout. He's going to get some of his backups into the game as well. Get them some time.
Yeah, why not? You don't get a chance always to get the young guys in a game and experience the WPIAL tournament game. Might as well let some of your freshmen and underclassmen play.
It's going to be Braden Hendrickson, Dom Wallace, and Matthew Flumer are in the game for Ellwood City. Reason. I'm going to bring Chris Smiley back in as well. Anderson out to the far wing it goes. We also got new guys in there again for South Allegheny as Anderson fires a three. That's way off. And Hunter Molinik is in there. And he drops the three.
Number 3. And that was Molinik.
72-34. Schweinsberg, backdoor pass to Kerr on the runner, no. Rebound, Molinik up ahead it goes. Elise skips it across. Reason three wide open, no. Rebound, Kerr. Kerr the other way. Hands it off. And baseline, trying to thread
Wallace,
that across the baseline to Wallace.
Matthew Flumer and Dominic Wallace in the game, along with Brandon Henderson, as you mentioned earlier.
They bring Smiley back out, so he and Schweinsberg stay out there with the reserves. Final 70 seconds. Three-pointer on the way, in and out. Reason gets it back. He fires another three, and he drains it. They just do not let you up for air.
No, they don't.
Schweinsberg the other way, off the mark. Rebound tapped, and Anderson has it for South Allegheny. Still running down the floor, out to the corner, and it's knocked out of bounds by Hendrickson. 39 seconds, running clock. This one is over. South Allegheny is going to go to the semis. And Ellwood City will have to fight through the consolation bracket. Anderson fires another three way off the mark. So that means South Allegheny and Mohawk on Tuesday night at a site to be determined. Outlet pass up ahead to Reason. Reason will lay it up and in. 8 seconds. Smiley up ahead. Trying to go inside and firing the three, and off the mark is Wallace. And that is it. South Allegheny leaves no doubt tonight as they win it by a final of 77-34. And they will go to the semifinals to take on Mohawk Tuesday night. Ellwood City will play Southmoreland, and they'll have to go through the consolation bracket to earn a berth in the PIAA State Tournament. We'll add up the scores. We'll give you our scoring recap and one final look at the Newcastle Transit Authority scoreboard. It comes your way next on the Tri-County Principals Association postgame show. South Allegheny a winner tonight. You've been listening to the WPIAL 3A Boys Playoffs on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Thank you for calling AXE. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. AXE can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to the doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call AXE today.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Zaliople or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win, proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
At Major Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medor, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedorBonnerLaw.com for more information.
GEM Building Contractors and Developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
Back here at North Catholic High School, Tri-County Principals Association postgame show as South Allegheny wins it tonight 77-34 over Ellwood City. Ellwood City falls to 14-10 overall, and they will go to the consolation round now to take on Southmoreland at a site and time to be determined sometime next week. I think those are going to be the same night as the semis. I'm not 100% sure of that, but they're different nights. You just have to check out the WPIAL bracket on their website to find out when and where the Wolverines Wolverines will play again, but it will be against Southmoreland. South Allegheny, meanwhile, moves on to the semis against Mohawk. That'll be at a neutral site on Tuesday night, and we'll await that information coming out hopefully tomorrow where we find out. Let's take a look at our scoring recap, as it's brought to you by Gem Master Builders and Craftsmen here in the Tri-County Principals Association postgame show. For South Allegheny tonight, they were led by Drew Cook, who had 27, 13 apiece for Cameron Epps and Josh Jakowski, 8 for Camden Lewis, 7 off the bench for Fisher Elise, and then a couple reserves get in. Samaj Reason ends up with 5, Molinek had 3, 1 for Ewer, and that rounds out the scoring for South Allegheny. For Ellwood City tonight, they were led by Aaron Lake in a losing effort, 12 points tonight, 6 apiece for Chris Smiley and Mikkel Cuevas, 4 apiece for Chucky Schweinsberg and Caleb Cervic, and 2 for Alvarez off the bench. And that wraps up your scoring recap. Brought to you by Gem Master Builders and Craftsmen, family-owned and operated general contractor for 4 generations. Their extensive construction experience, design capabilities, and creative process allow us to help any project and meet any challenge. Building the community for 70 years. Visit gembuilders.com. One final look at the Newcastle Transit Authority going your way out-of-town scoreboard. In 3A tonight, it was Mohawk defeating Southmoreland 55-38. Big night for Bobby Fadden in that game, and Joey Nail as well. On the other side, so now Mohawk takes on South Allegheny, the winner here tonight, 77-34. On the other side, Aliquippa defeated Shadyside Academy by a final of 71-49. The Bishop Canavan game is over. We're trying to find a final score for you in that game, as they were up big at the half. And that's the last report we have from that game. They were up 41-27 in control over Keystone Oaks. But that game is ended, so we're trying to track down a score for you. The feed is over, so we're not able to even get a scoreboard from the video feed of that game. But Bishop Canavan was in control of that game, so they appear to be on their way to a victory. In that one, they would match up against Aliquippa, site and time to be determined Tuesday night in the semifinals as well. On the girls' side in 2A, the Shannock defeated Laurel tonight 66-40. That game sounds a little bit closer than what it actually was. The Shannock really had a big lead early in that game. They didn't look back. They kind of called the dogs off in that one. Laurel will go through the consolation. The Shannock will go to the semifinals. Tomorrow you can listen to us and watch us on the NFHS network. We'll be part of the triple header at North Allegheny High School. The first game is Single A. It's Neighborhood Academy and Aquinas Academy. That'll come your way at 1 o'clock. And then the Ellwood City girls will be in action. Our friends over at the Ellwood City Wolverines Sports Network will have you for that game. They're going to work with us on the third game there, which is the 4A boys game between North Catholic and Beaver. So the 2 boys games will be on the NFHS network. ECWolverines.com will have the girls Ellwood City game as they look to keep rolling. They pulled off a couple of upsets early, so good luck to them tomorrow afternoon as they try to get to the semifinals in their bracket. And that'd be a heck of a story if they're able to do that. Heck of a story here tonight with South Allegheny. They just did not slow down after they got to the start.
We talked earlier, in the pregame that it was going to be a challenge for Ellwood City to try to control Epps and Cook, and they just couldn't do that tonight. Drew Cook was just phenomenal. Start to finish, as you mentioned, in a break to me, 100 miles per hour all the time, and he really, truly was. And was just out on fast breaks, back on defense, being able to move the ball around. Just did a great job. Epps was a great second outlet for them as he was able to hit a couple threes in the ball game and then just kind of read the offense, especially gave Cook a break at times as Cook led the whole scores. And then you had someone like Jakowski who was, got hot there in the third quarter. And then Lewis is just, pounding his way inside, getting those easy 2-3 foot buckets, and it was just an impressive outing here tonight for South Allegheny. Difficult loss for Ellwood City, but something that they can shake off and get ready for in the consolation games. They still have something to play for.
Yeah, still a lot to play for Ellwood City. They're just going to have to do it through the consolation round in the WPIAL 3A bracket. Again, 7 teams in there, so it's not a given that they're in the state tournament. They're going to have to win at least one more game to assure themselves of a state berth coming up next month. State tournament begins the first week in March. WPIAL finals next weekend at the Peak. Time now to give out our awards. The Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game Award. We're going to give it to Chris Smiley from Ellwood City. There wasn't a lot of highlights tonight, but he had a couple of pretty turnaround jumpers in the lane, part of his 6-point effort tonight. So Maley Chiropractic is proud to present the Play of the Game Award to Chris Smiley of Ellwood City. Maley Chiropractic and the Lawrence County Sports Network are proud to honor Chris for tonight's Play of the Game. He will have a customized T-shirt coming his way, courtesy of the Red Zone, in recognition of tonight's Play of the Game. Video of the play will be, or can be viewed on the Trib Lives High School Sports Network standout platform on Twitter and Instagram. Actually, we called it, so we didn't have video tonight. So the call would be of his of his turnaround jumper. The Play of the Game, the full list of this season's top plays is available online at lcsportsnet.com. Click on Play of the Game. Congratulations to Chris Smiley for tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game. Our MVP Insurance MVP of the Game Award, we typically give it to one of our hometown players, but Drew Cook is going to win it tonight for South Allegheny. How could you not give it to him? Made the sensational play where he leapt in the air for the one-handed catch inside of half court and just up and down the floor all night. 27 points. He got off to a fast start, and he really put it to EC tonight. So he is our MVP Insurance MVP of the Game Award. MVP Insurance is proud to present the MVP of the Game Award to Drew Cook of South Allegheny. MVP Insurance and the Lawrence County Sports Center proud to honor Drew as tonight's MVP of the game. We'll get a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being named tonight's MVP of the game. To view the full list of this year's game MVPs, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on MVP of the game. Congratulations to Drew Cook for being named tonight's MVP of the game. MVP Insurance, call MVP for the win. Some final thoughts here as South Allegheny wins it tonight 77-34 over Ellwood City. That game with Mohawk is going to be, again, I'll say it, I would buy a ticket to watch that game. Yes. That's going to be a lot of fun on Tuesday night.
It will be. It's going to be a dynamic matchup of one team that can move up and down the court really effortlessly in South Allegheny. Has 2 players that you really got to pay attention to in Epps and Cooks. But then you go on the other side, there's 5 players who combine as a team effort to get things done. You got Joey Nail, who was one of our players that we saluted in their earlier game. And, of course, you got, Fadden, who, anytime the ball's in his hand, he can become a scorer. And that's probably going to be a big part of that game, that matchup in the semifinals, is how Bobby Fadden can handle the opportunity. And you and I have seen him go off for 40 points in the past. It won't surprise me if he has a game like that in his next opportunity.
Yeah, big question is going to be, can Mohawk slow them down?
Yeah.
That's
they got to find an answer for Epps and Cook.
Literally slow them down. Yeah. Not in terms of scoring. We know Mohawk can score with them, but slow them down.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, they're going to have to find a way to control Epps and Cook and keep them under their average. That was Ellwood City's key to the game here tonight. They couldn't quite do it. Actually, they weren't able to do it. Cook just went off here tonight. Epps still scored close to his average. He was kept underneath. He had 14 tonight. Normally gets about 19 a game. But, Cook with 27. That's the key. I mean, you got to find a way to slow them down. Make them earn every point they get. And challenge them offensively and defensively. It's a tough tour, but Coach O'Leary, I'm sure he's looking forward to the opportunity to design his game plan going into next week's game.
It's going to be a matchup of 2 of the highest scoring teams in all of 3A basketball, the WPIAL, Tuesday night in the district semifinals, as Mohawk will take on South Allegheny. Site and time to be released by the WPIAL tomorrow. We'll have coverage for you again tomorrow afternoon from North Allegheny, but then Monday night we have the Union Neshannock boys game, and we'll also have the Newcastle boys game, the 6A semifinals as they take on Mount Lebanon. And then Tuesday night, Mohawk, the boys will take on South Allegheny. And then the Neshannock girls are in the semifinals as well, as we'll have coverage of all of that for you coming up on the LC SportsNet. Just make sure you tune into our socials and also the website, lcsportsnet.com. We'll have the full schedule for you coming up when the information is released. That'll do it for us here tonight. Huge thanks to the staff here at North Catholic. It's a first-class operation, a wonderful place to watch basketball. Hopefully we get back here soon. Had a lot of fun here tonight. Good crowds, good atmosphere, and a great staff that helped us out. So a salute to those guys. We're doing it right here at North Catholic High School. We'll talk to you next week for the semis of the WPIAL tournament. Final score for the final time, South Allegheny, a winner tonight over Ellwood City, 77-34. You've been listening to the Lawrence County Sports